Bitcoin may be ready to climb to a new yearly high, potentially testing up into the $6,000 region. I'm seeing sentiment for this, and also, on the contrary, I believe we are seeing some cautionary signs here in the chart. So I really want to look at this from both perspectives, both the bullish side, with Bitcoin climbing to a new yearly high and potentially testing all the way up into the $6,000 region, and also the other side of the chart, where if we get rejected, where could we possibly go? What are the patterns we're seeing right now and the indications that may in fact provide us some further insight into what is going on right now? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the aforementioned cluster of indications we're seeing for both the bulls and the bears. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and observations on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. Being said, let's start here on the one-day time frame. What we can see right now is that we have clean broken through our red box of resistance. And you guys know from me, that box was beginning at 5,200 with its ceiling at 5,300. Actually, right now, at the time of recording, we are looking to test back down into this box right now, but we are still tentatively holding support right around the roof of this rejection box at 5,300. This is exactly what you would want to see from a bullish perspective, as old resistance then turns into new support, consolidates, and would look to climb higher. If you guys are subscribed here, you would remember on yesterday's stream, the largest sentiment that I'm seeing right now for the bulls and a potential test to a yearly high of as high as really the $6,000 region is this potential short squeeze that we could be getting sometime in the near future. Now, a short squeeze occurs when the shorts are too high, there's too many short contracts, and a market maker comes in, boom, buys, liquidates all of these contracts, and there is just a massive drop in the short contracts, and on the contrary, a massive boom in the price of Bitcoin as it begins a cascading ripple effect that shoots the price very high very quickly. As we can see here, a brief recap, we are pulling up right now on a historic area where Bitcoin has liked to short squeeze in the past. Does this mean that we're going to have to see a short squeeze at these levels? Absolutely not. But historically, we have seen some action at this region. And even more so, if the shorts are to continue to climb through this level, we've seen some of the largest, most heinous, savage debacles of a squeeze and really a rip to the upside in the price, and a complete collapse of the short contracts up in this vicinity up here, which, as of where we stand right now, if we use our price range tool, is roughly about a 24% movement to the upside. It would take a 24% increase in the short contracts right now to get up into that incredibly high risk region. So there is still room to run, but we are currently right now in the first area of interest for me here in terms of a potential short squeeze. And that is my main sentiment of what I'm looking at to potentially move Bitcoin up into that $6,000 region. Really, for me, beginning at 5,800, the green is my tentative take profit zone, 5,800 to 6,000, and then we have our overshot really to end the bear market zone, where if we were to climb above this region and consolidate, for me, ladies and gentlemen, at that point, it would look very, very healthy from a long-term macro bullish perspective. As for me, we would have taken out all of our resistance there at the 6K level, consolidate above old resistance, create it into new support, and look to climb higher from there. But now let's get into the meat and potatoes here, right? That's all good and dandy, fluffy, puffy, marshmallow goodness, right? But where we are now, there are some concerns for me. Now, let's see what we should begin with here. Let's actually take a look at the RSI, all right? Daily time frame. Here on the RSI, you guys know, if you are subscribed, I've been showing this upward sloping support line for Bitcoin on the yellow for quite some time here. We did break it on the last dip down, and this was the first very bearish sign for me here. Now, second, ladies and gentlemen, we also have a pretty staunch bearish divergence on the RSI, right? We have lower RSI trend as the price has now been increasing, right? So you guys see the divergence there, right? An increase in price to the upside with a decrease in the peaks of the RSI, right? Bearish divergence. Also here, ladies and gentlemen, the NVT. This is a metric that uses the blockchain as a metric here to measure the transaction volume, and it weights a value to it, right? And the whole thing here, without having to go too deeply into understanding the NVT, essentially it's been a great historic metric that's called tops and bottoms on Bitcoin all the way back to 2012. And right now we are in the red territory again, and the red begins right there at 150. We are above this right now, which is concerning. You guys know that this upward trending support line has been broken. This is the line that I've been featuring on this channel for quite some time. It's been broken, but now I've drawn this fan support here, right? And we have three lines of interest for me: 1, 2, and 3. And essentially what these lines are for me, ladies and gentlemen, is one is my original line here, which has been broken, which to me is a bearish indicator. But then this was a pretty parabolic line, right? So I do want to give it the benefit of the doubt. And I used another trend with multiple touch points, which began higher up in the trend in this vicinity, right? So I extended another support line out this way. And then similarly here, a touch point of multiple resistances and then new support. And I've drawn this trend line here. Most importantly, this trend line here is at about 137. If we break through here, it's another confirmation for me. We already have confirmation number 1. This break would be confirmation number 2. And ladies and gentlemen, if this one breaks here, sheesh, hasta la vista. This thing may be ready for its almost inevitable plunge deep down into the crypto abyss, in my opinion. Now, I understand many moon boys have been telling me, as they always love to nitpick, right, ladies and gentlemen? They love to nitpick and make like what I'm saying is invalid, when all I'm doing is showing you the most valid indicators, in my opinion. And what they've been saying about the NVT lately: oh, Kirby, the Lightning Network, though, this doesn't account for the Lightning Network, Kirby, oh. The Lightning Network, James, you must be kidding me, my friend. Like a fraction, a small fraction of Bitcoin transactions are going through the Lightning Network. And yes, I understand they would not be reflected in the NVT. But that is not real life, my friend. If you're looking to scrap together some type of sentiment to make like what you're seeing here isn't real, you can continue to live in La La Land, but this is not what you're going to get from me on this channel. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you, James. I hit it hard. I hit it with the facts, the truth of what I see, and what I see right now is a lack of bullish momentum here in the NVT, a lack of follow-through, and potentially a plunge deep down into the crypto abyss with Average Joe and James at the water cooler. Sheesh. Hitting these moon boys where it hurts, ladies and gentlemen. Sipping on that tall glass of moon boy tears. Sheesh. But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes. Moon them up. Smash those thumbs. Click the subscribe button. Tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Moving right along. So we've done the RSI. Bearish divergence. A plunge through the support trend line. NVT. breaking our first line of support, now tentatively looking to test the second in the fan support line pattern. All right, now here, guys, back on the daily time frame, I'm seeing a tentative head and shoulders pattern playing out here. I'm drawing this for you guys right now in real time. We have our left shoulder, our tentative head, and I'm going to draw the top of the right shoulder right at our resistance line, all right, which is the bottom of this box here, which begins at about 5,400, all right? So for me right now, the neckline, you guys see the neckline, right? And how these head and shoulders patterns work, bearish head and shoulders patterns. It's when they break the neckline is tentatively when we're seeing some confirmations here that this pattern is in fact playing out and it is looking for a bearish breakdown. I think what's very interesting here is that the neckline almost perfectly is coinciding with the 0.382 Fibonacci, which for me, a break of the neckline coupled with a break of the 0.382 Fibonacci would be a double confirmation for me, really triple, as it could even be quadruple, ladies and gentlemen, if you're following along. It would be a bearish rejection from this rejection box, resistance box. That'd be confirmation number one. Second would be a loss of support up here at the tentative new support range. That would be number two. Number three would be a plunge and a break of the neckline. And number four would be a break of the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement. That would be a quadruple bearish confirmation for me. And really at that point, we see the targets here for me. Anywhere in the vicinity of a drop to 4,500 all the way down, potentially, ladies and gentlemen, to the $4,200 area. Truthfully, a plunge deep down into the crypto abyss. But this should not be startling to you, as what we are seeing here has potentially just been a a bullish reaction rally this entire time, right? This candle, everybody seems to forget about this candle here, right? When you really think about it, with that amount of volume, that looks nothing like the rest of the trend in terms of volume, right? Looks nothing. It's so uncharacteristic, that volume profile there, compared to the rest of the trend. That candle, in my opinion, is not sustainable. And the problem here is that even if we are to test up higher to the 6,000 region, I believe that we are going to get rejected, right? This is the other thing. I'm going to go over to the weekly chart in just a moment. But what I want to emphasize here, guys, is that although Don Carminaccio has put on a little bit of an astronaut suit lately, a little bit of the inner moon boy showing up here, the thing is that I'm still under the belief that this region is not going to be broken. I don't believe we're going to get past the $6,000 region. And by $6,000 region, I mean potentially anywhere, in my opinion, up to about 6,300. Though I do see short-term sentiment that if we get the short squeeze, we could test up into that area. And that's why, for me, I have it in the green, right? Why is it green? Because it would be my take profit area, right? And why would I be taking profit? Because I don't believe the thing should go up any higher, ladies and gentlemen, right? These moon boys, all I'm asking is that they use the brain a little bit of the noggin, ladies and gentlemen. Fish oils may be necessary to improve that IQ, I don't know. Calisthenics, anything to get the blood flowing. Because I know that I do this analysis each and every day for you all. If you are subscribed here, you would know by now. And the thing is that I can't cover every single thing every day, ladies and gentlemen. I can cover certain aspects, or the videos would be too long. They'd be over an hour each if I covered each and every scenario every single day. So what I do, my VIPs know, I keep my VIPs updated with my trades, strategies, plans, etc. in absolute real time. If you want everything from me that I'm doing in this market 24/7, making my trades, taking my entries, taking my profits, etc., that is what I post for you in VIP. So if you want all of that from me, I post it for you in VIP. I will see you all in VIP. But here's something else that I have not touched on in the past day or so, and that is that here on the weekly, we are also coming up upon our 50 moving average right now, and we are also under heavy resistance zones, right? You guys see I have the resistance box outlined in red here. We have not been able to flush break it. In fact, we're trading below it right now. Volume is still trending downwards per the moving average here after our massive, in my opinion, unsustainable wick candle rather. We're trading below that 50 right now, which could cause some rejection. But if we do get rejected, anything holding above this line is still bullish to me. But I hope you guys see that if we get rejected in here, there's a difference. I'm actually getting tongue-tied. Let me rewind for a second, all right? Even if we get up in here, right, with a target of 6,000, that does not mean Carbonacio is bullish and thinking we're going to 20,000. I'm under the impression that we could short-term climb a little bit, but I am under the impression that ultimately we still are macro bearish until proven otherwise, which for me would, like I stated earlier in the video, be a climb above that $6,400 region and really start to consolidate and climb. But the thing is, I think that many people are getting carried away here. You have to remember, if you're a trader in this market, the market moves in both directions. And if you're only thinking that you're going to buy and hodl and watch this thing go like this, very, very risky in my opinion, because I do see a high probability that even if we climb, say, up into this region, that it's almost inevitable, in my opinion, that we are going to have a retracement, a correction, and a plunge deep down, at least in my opinion, to test the top of this resistance box here, which would be old resistance now becoming new support. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, this would be absolutely healthy, almost necessary for the trend to continue in a healthy manner, in my opinion. So I just wanted to point it out there that although I see short-term potential upside with a squeeze, there are many bearish factors on the one-day chart with the bearish divergences, the potential head and shoulders pattern we see on the weekly. Before we get off here, we're trading below our resistance box and the 50 moving average. The volume is declining, etc., etc. And even so, ladies and gentlemen, on the weekly, for the first time in a very long time, we're seeing that our RSI is coming up to critical levels here. If we are to get that last surge to the upside, we will be likely coming up upon overbought territory, which could signal a pullback and a correction as well. Just keep it in mind. But if we go back now here to the Bitcoin one-day chart, I really just want it to be clear, guys, that although I believe a short squeeze is possible to bring us up into that region there, of the $5,800 to $6,000 level, there are a ton of bearish indicators here on this chart, ladies and gentlemen, and Don Carbonacio is still bearish overall, right? I'm a trader. If there's moves to the upside to capitalize on, I'm going to look to capitalize on them. But I'm not sitting here hoping and praying for the macro trend to all of a sudden flip bullish when that doesn't seem very probable to me. And I hope that I've really covered everything that I can here with you today. For me, I'm ready to play this trend aggressively right now, as I see this is a time where many are going to get burned, right? If we have the squeeze, many are going to get wrecked. If we have the drop, many are going to get wrecked. As a trader, the choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Are you going to be on top of this market 24/7 like I am, ready to crush it, analyzing the charts each and every second of every day? Or are you going to just place an order, forget about it, and then get wrecked with Moonboy Montgomery and the HODL Train homies? If you're not dedicated to put in the time and the work to crush this market, you shouldn't be trading then. I put in the work. Hard work pays off. And I'm looking to crush this market in each and every way possible. And I will be keeping you up to date in real time, ladies and gentlemen, to the absolute second. I cannot do it any faster than I possibly can. I post it for you all in VIP. When I plan my strategies, I post it. When I place my orders, I post it. When I place my stop losses, I post it. When I take my profits, I post it. All of my strategies, synopsis of what's going on, etc. All for you, exclusively in VIP. If you are interested in that and you're looking for my plans on how I plan to crush the market in real time, that is what you get from me in VIP. Shout out to everybody in VIP. I will see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to my VIPs. Guys, lots of exciting action here in the chart. I'm going to be reading the comments here today. Are you interested in seeing this move to the upside? Would you rather see it plunge right now out of this head and shoulders? What are you thinking? I'd like to get some market sentiment from you guys here, as we are in a very highly controversial area in this chart. And honestly, I believe that there's sentiment for a squeeze up, short-lived, albeit short-lived. I believe we are ultimately moving down. But I also see the sentiment that we don't have to move up. I see that there's sentiment that this could be the end of it, that we're creating now lower highs, head and shoulders pattern, decrease in volume, potentially a loss of support, etc., etc. Lots going on, guys. And I'm telling you, if you're not having your finger on the pulse of this market 24/7 like this, monitoring each and every move, the chances that you take a trip to Wreck City are very high. So my words of wisdom for you is put the battle helmet on, the mud boots and the trench coat, because it's time to get this crypto, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. The time is now. All right? I'm going to be keeping you all updated in VIP with my trades to the absolute second right now. I'm planning my strategy, plotting my next moves, and I'm ready to get aggressive and get this crypto. I will see you all in VIP right now. I will be posting my trades, my entries, my targets, my take profits for you exclusively in VIP right now. Shout out to my VIPs. Guys, if you could one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in VIP right now. It's time to crush this market. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to my VIPs. And until next time, my friends, be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.